Hey guys, Wraith calling. Welcome to another subscriber replay, another Wandering Hero stop by, and this is Frog, and you may have seen him before. He's was in a DaFrog video, I believe, and he's in a Waffles 4 Tier 9 German tank destroyer, and this is Karelia in a Tier 10 game, and it's a fairly Tier 10 game. And when you're going to see him do a couple different things you wouldn't think of tank destroyers doing well at, but he's going to have a pretty decent game today. And the Waffles 4 is a very stealthy. As you can see, he's got the big gun on it. And it's a very good gun, but the thing is no armor and limited mobility. That's not horribly immobile, it's no medium tank. But you're going to see him do some pretty good stuff and work this hill the hard way, or what I like to call the hard way. He's going to go up this way, and he's going to be pretty sneaky and make the good use of the stealth. He's E75 here, puts a big, he gets a high roll at 552. And he was spotted, and you see the little spot indicator. Now, if everything looks a little funny, Frog is German, so all the language you're going to see in here and all the audio you hear behind, at least the language choices now, are going to be in German because he's German. Another big high roll on the lower plate of E75. Just now figured out he probably should move if he's being shot at and not seeing the bad guy. And a third hit. That's a very high roll. 631. That's a very good roll. And now it's a little too late. E75 is probably not going to be able to get away from this gun. And Frog finishes him off. That's a very quick 4 hits and his first kill early on in the game. And send that guy unhappily back to the garage. And Frog is keeping an eye, looking up behind him, keeping an eye. It looks like they've lost the hill, so now he's got to be careful. He might get a couple of shots in, but if they get spotted sitting down here, they will roll down that hill on top of him. And he sees, ooh, 1390, trying to get a shot. There's a lot of rocks and debris on this lower edge, so it's really kind of hit and miss with the cover. And puts a big hit into him, gets spotted. He doesn't want the 1390 being an autoloader. He could unload and do some serious damage to him. Someone picks him off. Now he's got a side shot at 103, puts a big hit into the engine for a little over 600. And he keeps getting spotted. I mean, he's in a good spot, but he keeps getting spotted. I'm not sure who's seeing him. It may be, it's kind of hard to say, because whoever's spotting him is still in stealth mode. You see another heavy tank just lit up back there in the corner. It could be that IS-3, but that's an awful long way and a lot of cover between him. Puts a big hit into the IS-3. And it's going to get the final shot. The IS-3 doesn't look too he's going to roll right back out in front of him and get picked off. That's probably a little bugger. It may have been spotting was that Waffles 4. But again, he's far away too, so I'm not sure. But look at the mini-map. He does have a guy sitting over the top of him. And this may end up badly for him if he does not keep an eye on that mountainside behind him. Of course, that guy's probably shooting all the free damage stuff down and below and puts a nice hit in the very top of that 103. Kind of surprised he could hit that little slim piece sticking out. And you can see when he zooms back in. And now he's like, guys. The team's not pushing him, so now he's got to be a little worried now. He's starting to look over his shoulder a little bit. The 103 is just a sliver of health left. And the guys up there are moving around, but his team is actually making a push up the hill, so they're going to keep him busy. You see the game's still about even. It's, what is it, 5 to 5 right now. 6 to 5 right now is the game score. He's got 10 penetrating hits and 2 kills already in the game, and we still got 11 minutes left to play, guys. He's going to back up the hill. Now you see a lot of these German tank destroyers that are rear turreted like this, and the Waffles 100 will back into places for fire position because it actually exposes less of their tank as opposed to rolling all around. He's got side shots on the turret, puts a big hit into the IS-4, quickly ducks back into cover because he does not want the return shot from that. And of course he did get spotted, and there is like another IS back there. Now IS-3 probably chance sitting back there. It's a tier 8, so it's probably in the IS-3. But he did spot him, so he's getting spotting damage from sitting there as well. He does have a fairly good crew in this tank, and I asked him, he did send me crew skills, and I screwed it up and didn't write them all down, but he does have all the crew skills you can have. I believe muffled shot, green thumb, camouflage. You also see he runs chocolate, he also runs binoculars and a camo net. So when he's fully decked down, this thing is a very stealthy hunter. And he's being very patient and sitting here, not being too aggressive. He does get spotted again. I'm not sure. There is what spotted him. It was the Patton sitting up there. Finally spotted him. Now he's got to be a little cautious. Now he can do a lot of damage to the Patton, but the Patton does have a fairly good reload. But he's got teammates pouring fire into this Patton. And you see he's going to reverse back up this hill a little bit. Ooh, and he sees the T10 down there. He's putting a shot into him. So it gives him one back. Bounces off on an odd angle of the T10. The T10's got some quirky armor. It's more like a fat medium tank than actually a heavy tank. There's the Artie. Snipes the Artie for the kill still. Keeps checking on that patent. It's important he keeps eye on it where that patent's at. He's running out of teammates though. That are, not a whole lot of guys in position that can help him out. He does take a hit. But Artie looks like he's trying to give him some support fire. So imagine once he reloads, he's going to back up this hill. And I think he doesn't have to. I think the patent got taken out. But he's going to reverse up this hill, just kind of exposing his turret. And you look over there and you see he sees tanks coming around the corner. Finally, the enemy team is pushed around. They've won the south end of this map. And he's going to start maneuvering back to defend the base. He had a good time sitting up there on the hill. Normally you don't get a chance to sit like that for very long in that spot without someone coming down to say hello. But he did pretty okay up there. Artie's kind of all by himself and exposed. The rest of the team's kind of advancing on these guys. Oh, there's an E100 camping the hill. I don't know if he's going to get shot too many rocks. He did get spotted, possibly by the E100. Possibly by that guy. Oh, he's getting hits put in all around him up there. Fires one off, picks off the low health IS-4, was it? And looks, takes another look back at the E100. The E100 now hits it with HE. Doesn't even hit, just an AP round would kill him. That big gun on the E100 is a 150mm gun. It will do a lot of damage to a lightly armored vehicle like this. So the Artie gets hunted down. He's going back to defend the base. Although his team does have the capture going. Looking at the mini-map, looks like the E100 did come down off the mountain. There, now they started capturing their base. They're going to try to get it reset and cap it out. So he's probably doing the correct thing here. And he gets spotted early. And I'm not sure he's spotted. Probably that there's a T10. Puts a big hit into the T10, finishes him off, takes another hit in return, gets his tracks damaged. And he's kind of stuck for just a second. Hope his camo skills fire up. Yep. And just enough to get him moving away again. And his team continue to capture in the base. Frog kind of gets himself off the hill. Now there may have been one or two other guys here, but I think the E100 was going back. You see there's the other tank down there. So I think both the enemy tanks are back toward their spawn. I don't think any of them come back this way, but he's going to run down the south end. It's probably a little quicker than running through all the marsh and swamp in the middle. He's got both his teammates there. There's 10 seconds left in the cap. And I don't think they're going to win by cap. It looks like they're going to win by cap. Oh, they got a reset. Or somebody drove out of the cap circle. Oh, looks like someone got reset because they're both still in the cap circle and the timer reset itself. So that's not good. Now he's going to have to act because those two guys could be in a lot of trouble. So he's going to try to push up here, back up on the hill. He can get a fairly decent vantage point from here. And hopefully get some rear shots on those guys. So one guy's in the cap circle, one guy pushed out. And Frog's keeping an eye out for anybody that may have come back up this hill. He's had a very good game this far. A lot better game than I've ever had in a Waffle 4. And there's a lot of brush up here, so he's going to try to find a spot. He can see the base, see the approaches to the base. There's one, they get spotted. He gets spotted, but he's got rear shots on him. Oh, right over the top of the turret. You see the big gun on E100 is coming around. He is spotted. His little indicator's up. He's going to get the shot off. Bounces the shot. I can't tell if he bounced the shot or missed it. E100's ignoring him. Takes another hit. He's trying to find an angle. Finally puts one into him. Hits him. Doesn't kill him. Leaves him on low health. A better roll probably would have helped him out quite a bit there. Oh, another shot just did not do what it was supposed to do and go where he wanted it to go. And one of the teammates finishes him off. Still a very good game. Nice game, Frog. Thanks for sending it in. I do appreciate it. Let's take a look at the final stats for you here. So he walked away with 8,700 damage, 2,000 spotting damage, 6 kills, 4,300 XP. He walked with a high caliber ace tanker. Of course, Top Gun and Sniper. Very well played. Very good game. Had a few missions in there. 2,300 base XP, 6 kills, 8,700 damage. You see the final stats. Very good game, Frog. Thanks for sending it in, guys. And as always, keep your powder dry.